west of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence. Pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play action this time with Love. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A first look now for Darrington Evans. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Off the play fake, Love. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy. We see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darrington Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their...
It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got a man able to find Rodgers. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Now Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's second and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Rodgers brings it in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Love from the gun. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. A give running right is Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a run with Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Working out of the gun. Love. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Touchdown, Eagles! Marquise Goodwin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack there by J.J. Watt. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
McCann's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Throwing. Love. That's caught, and again it's Goodwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Love now. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. 2 and now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Following the interception, Love. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Philadelphia. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll look to run with Evans. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and goal. Love. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Cordero Patterson, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw again on second down. Tua. That is caught by Rodgers. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Tua, a final shot before half. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Open man left side. It's the tight end DeGuara. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Tua going to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles 17. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll run here with Dillon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Love now to pass on first down. He's got this to the tight end, Hopkins. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Evans. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, a run with Evans. Evans has got the first down and then some. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a